right. So we're at our number ones, and I got another counterintuitive one. I hope you've seen this, and if you haven't, I hope you'll see it. It is a really interesting movie that I did not like the first time I watched it, and then just came to really, really dig it. It's Donnie Darko, 2001, directed by Richard Kelly. So this is Jake and Maggie Gyllenhaal as brother and sister, as Jenna Malone, Patrick Swayze. Really funky movie. It is set in the late 80s. It's got all those late 80s music from like Echo and the Bunnymen and Tears for Fears. And this kid is discovering that is involved in a much larger story than himself and is able to travel through time, other dimensions. And there's sort of pocket universes in this movie. And it takes a while to kind of grok what's happening, but a phenomenal movie, great acting. Really, I guess the meta themes here are kind of alternate realities, but also this idea of self-sacrifice, this journey for this character. Years later, I caught the director's version of the movie, and it turned out that it was produced by Drew Barrymore. And if the director's cut was what was shown to her, what she did or what her team did made the movie. The director's cut explained everything that was going on. And what this movie decided to do instead was to not explain anything. So it is a very enigmatic movie, but if you haven't seen it, I'd urge you to see it. It's a great movie.
So I saw this when it first came out, and do remember it being another one of those movies like Inception, where you had to kind of watch it more than once to really follow all the storyline, and it was a really well told story. And it kind of reminded me. I remember at the time thinking that it kind of reminded me of Seven, and how you had to very much kind of keep up with it.
Okay, so that was my number one. What is your number one, Mr. Wootten?
My number one, I'm disappointed wasn't on your list anywhere so far, and that's Blade Runner. Right. And so as we've talked about over and over again, I'm a huge Philip K. Dick fan. And Philip K. Dick has written the basis of all the stories of many of our like most iconic sci-fi movies. And so it's like Minority Report and Total Recall, Paycheck, Screamers, and then of course Blade Runner. And so he wrote a short story, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? And that was then adapted into this movie Blade Runner. And it's a phenomenal movie, and I recommend anyone see it. It really kind of gives us actually in a way it kind of runs a similar storyline to The Matrix, whereas in The Matrix you don't know if you're in the computer world or not in the computer world. In Blade Runner, the question is, are you an android or not an android, and would you even know?
Right.
And we're introduced to characters that are androids that throughout the movie have no idea that they are.
Such a great movie. It kept going back and forth on my list as well. The only reason it didn't get on my list was because it has just been too long since I've seen it. So I couldn't quite access that connection with it, but just a phenomenal movie. And I do want to watch it again. Now, I have to ask you, so where did you land on Decker? Was he a replicant or not?
Yeah, this is another one of those ones like Inception where everybody debates it. What does the ending mean? Is he a replicant or not? Where I ended at the end is I think he was a replicant. I absolutely think he was a replicant. And I think that was the whole point of it, was to try and build up to the idea that somebody could live their entire life and have no idea what they really were.
Yeah, that's where I landed as well. But I saw some article where it was talking about how we've seen these sex dolls or whatever that people use, and I guess they're building these sex robots now. And it got me thinking, well, with AI, at some point you kind of cross a threshold. It's obviously what all these movies are kind of getting at. At what point does a Decker, an android, have value, have rights, beyond property? When they reach sentience, do they have the same full rights as a human being? I think that's what that movie was exploring. And now it's becoming a real life issue, or will be probably in our lifetime.